And good morning again. It's weeks back for you. That's where I am. Because I'm recording 3 of these today, which is why it's the same sweater and the same scene. And the sweater is what we're talking about today. And I don't quite know exactly what I want to talk about, what the message is here. But I know that I made a boo-boo. But did I make a boo-boo? I don't know. Maybe I did. Or maybe I didn't. This is really what we're talking about. Be careful of what you wear. What? So, we look at people and we judge them based on their clothing. I know, we do. Guy in a suit. Gotta have money. Maybe not. Guy not in a suit. Not as together as the guy in a suit. Right? Lady in a nice dress and high heels. Vain. It's all about looks. I don't know what we think. So I love to break that up and do these fun metal tracks, which I know how to do metal, but I like to be completely underestimated when it comes to that by wearing unicorn sweaters or whatever the crap is it that I'm wearing now. I don't even know. It's just, I love to walk into a car dealership and be treated as if I can't afford the car because of me wearing a unicorn that looks like a sausage on the sweater. If I look like a 12-year-old girl and people give me the weird look and think they figured me out, it's cool. It is, let me tell you, great at airports. Why? Well, I noticed a couple of years ago, when you show up with cats and pizza or whatever, or like really the silliest, stupidest thing you can possibly wear at an airport, SpongeBob, and they had SpongeBob and Sonic, and they were all stoned or something like that. They don't see you as a threat. So you walk up to the check-in desk, and the lady is nicer to you. She's more chatty and just relaxed. You can make stupid jokes. Every single time at the super heightened threat level stress area, the TSA check. So the guy is always yelling, laptop out, and that guy's telling you where to put things. He's got to do that 7,000 times a day. You can see his stress dropping when he sees you and knows this guy he's going to give me shit. He isn't going to give me an attitude. This guy has no self-respect or whatever. This guy isn't going to go like, chest out, No. So, and then I walk through, do the thing with the hands and, check me, whatever. And then they go beep, 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 beep on you. Usually those guys go like, that's a cool sweater. And I think they do that because it's disarming in a way. I mean, I don't have arms except for these. Gun joke. But they know they're not going to have a problem with me. Because a guy wearing a cat unicorn riding on a burger shirt isn't going to give him shit. So I like that. I can only recommend wearing something silly and unmanly, whatever that means, at an airport. So we judge people based on their clothing. It's easy. But maybe sometimes we shouldn't. When should we and when should we not? I don't know. I just know that some people do not know what they're wearing. So I was in China. We were there with Joyo, and Kiana was there, and the Joyo guys, and Kiana and I, we were all getting foot massages at a massage place in China. And then Kiana goes like, hey, look. And so the massage lady was wearing a sweater, and it said butter on it. To her, that looked like a cool English word. I don't think she knew what that meant. Because why in the world would you wear a sweater that said butter. It was just a cool English word. Just like many of us probably have Chinese letter tattoos because we think we're so cool and multicultural, and it probably says, soup or dingaling or small balls. I don't know. But how do we know? We don't. Unless we speak Chinese. Do you speak Chinese? I don't. But that would mean that how often do we do that? How often do we wear something where we think we know the message very clear? Okay, sometimes the message is clear, and if you don't know, then that's really on to you, right? Like FCK NZIS. Fuck Nazis. Okay, clear. I mean, you're wearing that because you know the message. You're wearing that to be the message, okay? If it's in a message written in the language that you know the wearer understands, it's very clear. They are trying to tell you something about where they stand politically, ethically, whatever. I get that. And then if we want to judge them, positively or negatively, that is totally fine. But however, here we get to the fun part. Sometimes the wearer does not know. Yet, we would judge them as if they do. So I get my sweaters from mrgugu.com in Poland. And the fun people, I'm pretty sure they're stoned most of the time if you look at the sweaters because you can't design that stuff clear-headed. I don't see that. And they do things where I know that's not something I want to wear. Like they have the whole Walt Disney thing with drugs. It's like Walt Dealer. Like I want to stay away from that because that's not a message I want to show. There's ones with a cat sniffing cocaine. I don't want to promote drugs. I'm careful about which ones I order, right? And it's all cool for the people there. It's all cool for the people that likely buy the stuff because they're probably of that persuasion, but I don't want to promote that. But sometimes I don't know what's behind it. So there's this guy in like a medieval kind of painting style having a cat. So it looks like some medieval painting, but the guy's got a cat, and it's a funny cat sweater. So I ordered that. And apparently that's some Polish politician that I don't know if he did positive stuff or negative stuff. I don't know if they're making fun of him or celebrating him. I have no idea. But then I get comments under the videos like, oh, are you a proponent of Zlibelinski's, I don't know the guy's name, sorry, politics? I'm like, you know you're wearing a blah, blah, blah sweater. I'm like, I don't know. It's a guy with a cat. What do I know? Mistake. Let's go into more mistakes. So I thought this green one with all the frogs was funny. So I ordered the t-shirt with all the frogs on it. What do I know? I didn't. Until someone told me that apparently that frog, whatever the frog was called, was a symbol for the American right-wing propaganda something. And I'm like, oh, I thought it's a bunch of fun frogs. Stupid me. And that one went in the drawer. Did I throw it out? I don't know. I should have. And then I wear this polar bear. Hey, fun polar bear. It's blue, it's white, I like the colors, polar bear on it. Polar bear that says, there's some words on top of it. What do I know? Not my language, looked like some other language. Well, apparently that's another Polish meme that I was not aware of and was made aware of by people on the channel saying, do you know what you're wearing there? Okay. Oh, not so bad. The bad thing comes now. So I thought, hey, blue one, kind of cool. It's got Winnie the Pooh on it. Winnie the Pooh is now public domain because it's so old. They used Winnie the Pooh, and there were two stripes on top of Winnie the Pooh where a different bear was kind of taped on top of him. So it's Winnie combined with another bear. Looked cute to me. Had no idea what the other bear was. Ordered the thing, wore it. wore it in my MXR video. Why? Because MXR Rockman X1000, 100, not 1000, 100, has that blue. So I matched the sweater with the pedal. Sometimes I do that. Okay. Then took the sweater to Nam. And the day before Nam, I took my friend Justin, why the fuck? Justin Humbach to Disney. Never went to Disney, wanted to go, took the opportunity, went to Disney, saw the Star Wars stuff. Cool day. We had fun. He had food poisoning. So I'm running on Disney with this Winnie the Pooh themed sweater. I mean, what's wrong about that, right? There were even, Winnie's, there's a whole honey thing, honey ride. Okay. And the next day, I go to Nam, and then my friend Joe Braga and her friend Carlos go like, you know that's Pedo Bear? I'm like, Pedo what? Maybe I'm too old, I have no idea, but a few years ago, that was a thing online where Pedo Bear was like the bear that was making fun of, or maybe the North American Man Boy Love Association, which is an actual organization that promotes pedophilia. It's just disgusting on a level that we cannot even fathom. And on message boards, that bear was used as a symbol for them. So it's a pedophile bear. That's a bear that pedophiles would use to lure kids. It's just disgusting. And these two brown strips were Pedo Bear. I wore that at NAMM, the day before NAMM, on setup day. I wore that all day to Disney. I wore the pedophile icon at Disneyland. And in a video. And yet again, we come back to, can I be blamed? Should I always know what I wear and what's on my shirts? If it's just a cute bear with a different bear, I mean, do I have to look that up now? Well, apparently I do. When I order shirts from them now, I need to ask, is there some meme that's massively offensive? Or could get me jailed? Luckily, I had a jean jacket on top of it and a sling bag in front of me, so otherwise, I would have been tackled at Disney. I absolutely would have been. I almost took a selfie with Winnie the Pooh. I would have been so jailed. God, that would have been an awful trip. So again, I didn't know. Justin Humbach, who was with me at Disney all day, he did know. He's like, yeah, I thought you knew you were born Pedo Bear. No, I did not. I'm an old fart. What the fuck do I know about memes? Not everyone can know everything. I clearly did know everything. Did not know. What? Oh, I clearly did not know that bit. So the point is, don't judge a book by its cover. Okay. If people had judged me based on that, I'd be some pedophile dude. I mean, okay, it's a grown man in a Winnie the Pooh sweater. I mean, it's not that far-fetched. But you never know. But sometimes you do. Are we responsible? I think I should be responsible. But also I didn't know, so I don't know. Maybe check if what you're wearing, I mean, being offensive is one thing. Sometimes we want to be offensive. I get that, and it's fun. But that was a whole different level of offensive, right? Or not offensive, but just like wrong. There's just some things you shouldn't wear. Hey, free country, wear whatever, but then be judged on it. So I couldn't fault people for judging me for it. But then if I say I didn't know, does that make it better? I don't know. Be aware of what you bear. animals at the end.
To last, this too shall pass. Now you're left without a thing, but once you're freed from all possessions, you're feeling richer than a king. Feel you found the right direction, and when all the stars align, better take that as a sign. Remember, nothing's built to last, this too shall pass. There ain't no summer without rain, there ain't no fall without the gain.